I have an idea. How about I read some horrible fan fiction to you? So let's go to archiveofourown.org and we'll look up Sterek. By the way, if you want to be thoroughly horrified, you should look up the Sterek campaign. Reasonable to Assume by Saucery. So this story will be domestic fic about Stiles and Sterek raising a child together. I'm just gonna read to you some of the tags that she deigned to use. Abandonment. Proposal. Scent marking is disconcerting yet hot. Nipples are funny. Stalkers, suitors. Courtship. Possessive behavior. You'll find that in almost every single Sterek fanfiction. Loss of virginity. Oh, that's a new one. Dubious consent. Everybody's favorite new word for rape. Slow build. Slow build rape! Chapter 1. It's kind of weird having the house all to himself. Dad's away attending that compulsory 4-week anti-terrorism seminar in Los Angeles, which is bizarre since what are the odds of terrorists attacking Beacon Hills? An anti-werewolf training camp would be way more useful. Not that Stiles is particularly anti-werewolf these days. Anyway, it's weird and maybe a little lonely, not that Stiles will ever admit it, especially not to Dad, who might decide to dole out one of his irresistible, but nonetheless emasculating hugs. Because when you're male, you're not allowed to like affection. Stiles makes up for it by spending his summer holidays pretty much hanging out at Scott's and playing video games.
Masculine.
Or hanging out at Danny's and playing video games.
Masculine.
Or hanging out in the forest and playing tag. If that's what you want to call it, given that Jackson's the Omega and is therefore always it. It's sort of pathetic to watch, but mostly it's hilarious. Deeply hilarious. Stiles still isn't sure how the whole ranking thing works out, but somehow both Scott and Lydia are bettas, and Jackson's at the bottom of the pecking order. You know why he's there. Stiles can't get enough of it. I'm sure he can't. Derek's still Derek, except that he's even broodier and pissier than before. He can still be pseudo-gentle though, especially when he's dub-conning you. Especially when it comes to his pack. He only brutalizes them about 2/3 of the time, and the rest of the time he just sits back and watches them with an almost fond expression on his face. Maybe, or possibly, Stiles is hallucinating. Yeah, maybe you're hallucinating the abuse. That's possible. The forest probably has psychotropic qualities. It would explain a lot, especially about Scott, unless those are all just Allison's pheromones he's high on. So, all in all, it's a bit weird, but not too bad summer until his phone vibrates at 7 a.m. one morning. In the morning! What the fuck is up with that? Stiles feels the phone vibrating under his back. He's gotta stop sleeping with the thing, and scrambles for it sleepily, fumbling with his skin-warm surface until he finds the right button. Oh, he croaks. Stiles, says Sterek, which isn't unusual except that what he says next is totally is. Bring diapers. Huh? But Derek's hung up, and Stiles is left staring at the phone, wondering if the forest really is psychotropic after all. I don't know, should I read the entire thing, or should I just skip to all the parts that I find particularly problematic and read them out to you? I think I want to read the whole thing, but it's more a matter of if you'll find that interesting, so let me know in the comments down below.